Hello everyone.
Welcome to Thursday.
Welcome to the Thursday video. So today we have for you a video that hopefully can still help you out even with the current situation we're in. We know some of them like last Tuesdays, the consignment store one.
So not very applicable currently.
It's not very applicable right now. We just know you guys had asked for that video, so we wanted to put it out there. You can rewatch it later when we're all allowed to go to consignment stores.
After April 30th.
Yes. So today we wanted to teach you the 10 items or brands that we have had the best luck with on Mercari. I know a while ago, if you're a long-time viewer,
I was just gonna say, I made a
video called like, I'm never selling on Mercari again.
It's gotten better.
I will tell you that Mercari used to be wicked not good.
It was like a cesspool. It was so bad.
You could send offers of any amount, which I mean, technically you can on Posh, but people would like abuse that on there.
Like, no, on Posh, like, it kind of like maxes you out.
Yeah.
Like, there's a limit to how low you can send the offer. On Mercari, it used to be like you could send $1.
And it just seems like there were always customers that really just want to get everything cheap. They'd kind of try to be like scammy and weird. Now Mercari also like vets messages and they instantly delete ones that look weird. So Mercari has gotten quite a bit better. Obviously we still prefer Posh and stuff, but now that you're stuck at home, you have time to cross-list Mercari, and there are certain things that we have noticed do really well on there, so we wanted to tell you what we've had the best luck with. So hopefully this will help you make a little bit of extra money since sales are so unpredictable right now. So we have 10 things for you, and the first one is the only one I think that we've ever said before on a live once, but it is Torrid. I think everyone can agree if you've ever tried Torrid on Mercari. It does so well.
It doesn't last a week, usually.
No.
It's so fast.
I mean, Torrid can do pretty good on Posh too, but Torrid does crazy good on Mercari.
It does really good.
Like, I list it, and then usually I exit, I do all my listings, I exit the app for about like 12 hours. I go back on, and Mercari Torrid usually has like 6 likes already. Which is a lot for on there. Torrid, it doesn't really matter what it is.
No.
The shoes can even do okay. Not as good as the clothes, but that's kind of everywhere. But like the dresses, the graphic tees, the shirts, the more plain stuff, the more like cute stuff, all of it does really well.
If you find a newer Torrid jacket, you just found like 40, 50 bucks.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And the thing is, like, the people who buy it on there usually don't like lowball you.
No, they just
Whereas
buy it.
I feel like on Poshmark you get offers of like 15 on Torrid and stuff. But on Mercari you list it for like 35. You're probably getting an offer of like 26 to 28, 30.
Which is good.
So I would put all of your Torrid, all of it, across the board. Older, newer, more boring, more cute. Put it over there.
Urban Outfitters. I'm trying not to say, okay, next, because I'm, trying to spice it up. So the brand that follows Torrid is Urban Outfitters. I love selling Urban Outfitters. I would never, ever, ever pay up for it. Don't pay more than like $4.
And avoid the older stuff.
Yes, do not get older stuff. Unless it's cute. I will say, like, there's an asterisk. I picked up a kimchi blue sweater recently that I'm very excited to list because it's a current style. It's kind of like recycled back. Anyway, UO Urban Outfitters is the one that does the best for me, or the BDG, the kind of like Urban Outfitters in-house denim brand that does really, really, really good.
And Out From Under is really
Out From Under is one of the newer UO kind of like women's like intimately lines. That stuff does insanely good too. You're not gonna make a ton off of it. I usually sell it between like $20 to $30 depending on what it is, but half the time it's just people buying it straight out. I don't get any offers. It gets a lot of likes, especially if you can find the Urban Outfitters model picture. That's the big kicker. If you can find the original UO picture, you're golden. And it sells really quick.
Even if you find slightly older BDG, like I had this baby doll denim dress that was like,
you can find the picture.
I don't know, it was probably from 7 or 8 years ago, and I did find the model picture and it did really well on there. So like,
this is really good.
People really like Urban, and especially when they can see what it'll look like. So, or I guess you could model your own stuff, but I think they really like to see what it'll look like, because Urban sometimes, I feel like on hangers, I don't know why.
It's funky.
Because it's like a cold shoulder, or it's like a weird, it's just like on hangers, Urban doesn't always give off the message that it's trying to portray.
No, she definitely don't.
So, also on this list is Patagonia. We all know Patagonia does good everywhere. Like, it does good on eBay, it does good on Mercari, it does good on Poshmark. But what I've noticed is there are certain Patagonia pieces that I just can't do anything with on Poshmark. Like, I had this reversible vest where it was like fleece on one side and like nylon on the other.
Oh yeah.
And I had seen solds on Poshmark for like 15, like nothing at all, even though it had the logo and everything. And I had it listed there for so long, no attention. I think I had like 1 or 2 likes. No one was showing any interest, but I put it on Mercari and it ended up selling for $39. So it must have been an offer. And it went quick. I've also sold some chinchillas over there. I've sold some of the lookalike chinchilla stuff, kind of like a fleece, a Patagonia fleece that like is the like same style as a chinchilla. Patagonia does well over there no matter what it is. Even if it's not doing well on Posh, I would put it over there. Don't know about like the plain men's like outdoorsy pants. I don't really try that stuff.
I feel like that's kind of an eBay moment.
But more of the like
something
the like jackets or tops or whatever do really well over there.
Okay, so piggybacking off of the Patagonia moment, we have anything that looks like a chinchilla does so good.
Outside of Patagonia,
yes.
Like not Patagonia brand.
And what I mean by like looks like a chinchilla is like a puffy, it's usually fleece kind of a jacket with a little pocket right here with a little flap and the 4 buttons. It can be any brand. I sold an LL Bean one. I sold one earlier this week for almost 60 bucks. I sold, these two had a ton of attention on Mercari because they were listed over there, but they just happened to sell Poshmark first. I sold a Columbia one that looked just like a chinchilla for I think 40 or 50 bucks on Poshmark. And then I sold an Etro, which is Entro, not Etro.
No, Etro would have sold for a lot more. Entro, which is that like all lowercase,
it's kind of like a
boutique.
It's just like a cheapy boutique brand. It was half off at Goodwill, so it was like $2, and I just picked it up for, you know, giggles. And it sold on Posh for I think like 20. But if you can find,
but it was doing really good on
it had a ton of likes Mercari. If you can find just like those plain like button down pocketed jackets, and then in the description every time, don't list it as Patagonia. That's not good. List it as whatever brand it is, or vintage or whatever, and then say good lookalike for a Patagonia chinchilla.
And like the description.
Every single time in the description. That's all you gotta say, and people just...
You can also, on Mercari, you can do 3 hashtags, which I think helps where it shows up in search. So if you put one of your hashtags as maybe chinchilla, it will come up. Please don't try to like put the brand as Patagonia
and then say like listed for exposure.
Yeah, no, that's bad. That's never okay.
Don't do that at all, please, for the love of the Lord.
This is another category of items, not necessarily brands, but I have noticed that purses in general just do so well over there.
Really good,
and they sell for like very, very, very close to asking price. I've had luck with Kate Spades, even older styles.
She flies.
Like older styles. Coach does crazy good.
Coach does so good.
Fossil does so well over there.
A newer Fossil that's in like okay and better condition.
It doesn't even have to be newer though. I had a green, I'll put it here, a green Fossil bucket bag that I found in the bins, and it was pretty cute, but it ended up selling for I think I listed it at 80 and she offered me like 76. Which is like so much for Fossil, for not being like Fossil that's still in TJ Maxx. Like it was not obviously a super current Fossil, not too old, but like not the most current. To sell for $76, that's crazy. I've also sold Rebecca Minkoff over there for about $100.
Rebecca Minkoff.
We've both sold a lot of Michael Kors over there, which we all can agree doesn't do that well on
Back when anymore. Michael Kors used to, be a poppin' name. I'd sell, those like canvasy, kind of cheapy ones from like the bins for like $50, $60, $70. Like if you can find like a decent, like okay condition Michael Kors bag, like $40 and up. Easy. And
then I've also been able to have really, really good luck with Patricia Nash over there.
The only Patricia Nash I've had, it was kind of beat up. It was a pouch that I sold at Mercari, and it sold the same day for like, I was only like, 19 or 20 bucks, but it was just like, it got like 25 likes in like an hour.
Yeah.
And it sold. It was so fast.
So those are just like the ones that I've tried, but it seems like basically all purse brands do pretty good over there. So I would definitely focus on cross-listing almost all purses and wallets over there too.
Wallets do good too.
Yes, same idea.
Okay, so this man also makes purses, but he also makes a lot of shoes. It's Steve Madden.
As he walks out.
There's a curtain. I always find a ton.
This man is known for making his purses, but he also makes sandals. Steve Madden.
He like David Copperfield comes out of the wall outlet. I always source a ton of like not super expensive. I never pay up for them. Kind of like Steve Madden, like flats and sandals and kind of like, you know, not like big, thick shoes. And they consistently sell on Mercari for 25 to 30 bucks every single time. I love them. I usually like, you know, I'll find them in the bins or I'll find them at like 99-cent day at Goodwill. Pick them up when they're like cheap. And, you know, throw them up. Always put, I have noticed when I don't put like the name of the shoe in the title, because Steve Madden names every single one of his pairs of shoes, put the name in the title. Because I think people like kind of specifically like look for, or they'll see like, oh, like an article for like one lady I had messaged me.
Oh, like a blogger or
yeah,
something.
or like they'll see the like who, what, where they're like a dupe for like the Gucci like horse bit mule, and they'll like say like this is the Steve Madden so-and-so. They'll Google that and find it on Mercari. So always put the name, but don't expect to get, you know, 40, 50 bucks for them, but like 20, 30.
And we can all agree, like, Steve Madden is kind of hit or miss on Posh. Like, you can definitely sell it, but I feel like on Mercari, you can have better luck with, like, a wider range.
I feel like the ones that do really good on Posh are, like, the Steve Maddens that are sold at, like, Anthro or Free People are kind of, like, a more higher-end place versus Mercari, where, like, I got an itch back here.
Where people will like specifically look even at Steve Madden the brand.
Yeah,
they're not trying to
Steve
see
Madden
it
the
sold
brand,
from
not
somewhere
like
else.
you know Steve Madden Anthropology, like just Steve Madden.
The next thing on the list is Lululemon, and like that seems probably kind of obvious, but because like Lulu does really well on Posh.
However,
but what doesn't do well on Posh anymore from Lululemon?
Tank tops.
Tank tops.
Just go
Guess
to
where you can put it? Mercari. So
tank tops.
all Lululemon does good on Mercari, whereas on Posh nowadays it's kind of like, oh, like Lululemon long sleeves and Lululemon like coats. Not on Mercari.
And the leggings still do good.
On Mercari, it all does. The like flare leggings, the crop like flare leggings.
What were those, the Astros?
Astros.
Got a good old pair of Astros.
The Power-Wise, the tank tops, the things that don't do good anymore on Poshmark are still doing well on Mercari. I don't know how long that'll last, so like quickly get your stuff over there. But still I've been seeing that the tank tops do crazy good on Mercari. It's just kind of all Lululemon in general does really good on Mercari. I have this Lululemon onesie that was getting a decent amount of likes on Posh. I paid up quite a bit for it because I thought it would do really good, but it never sold on Posh. But it never sold on Posh, and I put it on Mercari, and it ended up selling pretty quick. And it was, you can see the price here, but it was a pretty good flip. If you have Lulu that's not doing good, or just in general put all your Lulu on Mercari.
Yes, and I have noticed, speaking of Lulu and Mercari, I was on the Lulu page of Mercari last night, and I noticed people lotting up a ton of the tank tops. So, you know, if you find like 2 or 3 Power-Wise, they'll list them for like a big bundle for like, I feel like a little bit more than you could get if you were to like kind of chunk them up. So if you have a ton of multiples that are in the same size, so that'd be a good bet.
Still no Ivy though.
No, God, no, that children. Okay, I will say though, if you can find like 5 or 6, this is what I've done. I hoard them until I have a ton of the same size. And I just sell them as a big lot for like, you know, 50 bucks. I'll just get them in the bins. I would never get them at a thrift store.
Yeah.
That's the only way to go. Okay, so these people also make leggings. It's Pink Victoria's Secret. Here she is. No, the bras. We need to have a conversation about the Pink by Victoria's Secret's bras. They do amazing. They do so good. Again, I lot them up because I feel like, you know, I can charge a little bit more for them if people think, oh, I get 2 for $30 versus I'm paying $15 plus shipping for 1 bra. No, lot them up. Same size, always.
Besides that, though, any newer Pink Victoria's Secret does really good on Mercari as well. It's kind of like, think of the Pink Victoria's Secret that you would see in a modern Plato's Closet.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that does actually really well on Mercari.
The crew necks, the hoodies.
Or the like quarter zips or quartered zips.
Oh, those like Sherpa jackets?
Yeah.
If you find one of those, there's an easy like 50, 60.
Or I've had Pink Victoria's Secret leggings that all up the side, it just says like pink, like one of the, like a jogger style. It's just the like newer style stuff does really well on there and it sells pretty quick. Nike and Adidas do very well on Mercari as well. This kind of is like the stuff that does well on Posh, where it's the stuff that has logos, it's the stuff that has big spell out.
It's the, you know, we're not talking about those like Nike like tech, like red, blue
People really like the logos everywhere. They really like the names everywhere.
The athleisure items.
It's very comparable to Posh, where it's that type of stuff. It sells just as quick. It does really good on both. So I would say list it on both, and it'll sell quick either way. I'll put some up here to give you kind of an idea of the type of stuff we're talking about. But it's the stuff with like the little logo right here that says like just do it. It's the stuff with the big logo. It's like leggings if they have like a huge swoosh down the side, or if they have swooshes along the waistband. Yeah. All that stuff can do good on both. But we're just letting you know that yes, it does good on Posh, but to have an even faster sale, you can put it on both and it'll sell on one of them very quickly.
Okay, so next up,
last one.
Yes, we have Revolve items. So this is kind of like,
this is a blanket.
This is an umbrella category because it's a lot of brands that, you know, obviously are sold on the Revolve website that do really, really good. Only if you use the Revolve model picture.
And if you guys don't know what Revolve is, it is like an online boutique that sells literally a huge plethora of brands. And
so many brands.
It's not specific styles. Like, it's not just boho. It's not like just like tween. Like, it's tons of stuff.
It's so much stuff.
Go look through Revolve. Like, there's tons of brands. There's tons of just crazy expensive.
It's
like,
so
it goes
much.
from like expensive to like more affordable. It's just, it's
a lot.
It's a lot.
I have noticed that whenever I find something that was on the Revolve website and I use that model picture, gone.
I use the Revolve model picture and I put the brand as Revolve, which is like not a bad thing to do. You're not lying to anybody. No. It's like when you have an Anthro brand like Raga and then you put it under Anthro. It was sold there, so it's okay to do that. Like, that's not lying.
This is my Raga from Nordstrom Rack, and I'm going to use the Nordstrom Rack picture and call it.
No, don't do that.
That's shifty.
But if you find the Revolve picture, I advise that you list it as Revolve. Like those pants, those, was it Sundry?
I had a pair of Sundry pants I found in the bins. No.
Okay,
I listed them as Sundry.
People, I guess, just are drawn to the Revolve model pictures, but I would also...
They sold for $49.
For me, I've seen luck. For me, I've seen luck listing it as Revolve as the brand. You don't have to. They usually do well either way, but I have seen luck doing that. And that wraps this video up.
That's it for Thirsty.
That's all, folks. So hopefully this can help you guys while you are sitting at home.
Remember, you're
not
stuck at home. You're safe at home.
Yes. Sponsored by Posh Boss.
Think of it that way. Sponsored by Posh Boss Blake's mom.
Since you have all this time, we're cross-listing too. Everyone's cross-listing, I feel like, right now. These are the things to, I guess, start off with on Mercari to kind of focus on. Then when you're done with that, you can move on to everything else.
Yeah.
Let us know below what you've had really good luck with on Mercari. Also, if you're interested, I made a playlist of our videos. It has 8 videos on it, and it is called Reseller 101. And it's kind of like a course, because I know people make like courses and stuff that you can take.
It's $170. No,
I know people make courses that you can take on reselling in Poshmark that cost money. And since we're already putting free information out there, I'm like, why would I charge anyone to do this?
That'd be good. We're like, that's how we're going to pay for our rent during this whole thing here. We're going to charge you $1,000 to watch videos that you can watch online already.
No. So you can watch this free 8-video playlist. If I can link playlist below, I'll put it below, or else it's just on the channel. And then at the end of the playlist, the last video in the playlist is 10 men's brands to do on Posh, and in the description of that, there's a quiz, and you can quiz yourself on what you learned over the 8 videos, again, for free.
We're not charging you, we're not those people.
And then you can see how well you absorb the information that we've been teaching you and giving you and stuff. So, again,
it's a good time.
It's another thing that since you're like probably bored at home, you can teach yourself some stuff, or you can refresh your memory if you've seen these videos before, and then you can quiz yourself to see if you've absorbed it. So
very true.
Why not?
It'll be fine.
So yeah, check that out if you'd like to. And that's all we have for you today. So stay tuned for What's Sold Saturday. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.